Hello and good morning, everybody. This is Professor Munoz. I'm wanting to make this short video just covering the syllabus really quick and um, just the first week of the course and some of the Blackboard, some things on Blackboard. That way you guys are familiarized with the class and just kind of like a quick overview. Okay, so let's make this quick. I don't want to make this a long video. I know you all are busy, probably taking other courses and getting acclimated with the first week of school. So I just really quickly want to cover Blackboard, right? So you have all your information here. The syllabus, make sure you all go over the syllabus as soon as possible, please. Now, I posted an announcement yesterday, and I think half the class still hasn't read the announcement. So please read the announcement I posted. Go over the syllabus, which is here. Click here, and you open the syllabus. This has all the information that you're going to need and the schedule for the next 5 weeks. Okay, so it's important that you're reading this every day. You're checking it out every day to see what you have to read, what you have to go over, and it'll make your lives easier. Okay, so we have the course number here. Here's my name, my office hours, which are going to be online since we're not meeting in person. Um, you need to make an appointment, okay, with me and make sure that, again, if you have any questions, any concerns about the class, do not hesitate to make an appointment. Email me, okay? Email me here to my PCC email or on Blackboard, and we can make it. We can schedule something so you can meet with me if you have any questions about anything. Okay. Now you're gonna need this text. Please get it by the end of this week. Okay. It's important because there's gonna be some exercises based on the book, and you're gonna need it. Okay. And some other materials here. Now, here's the course requirements and the objectives, the description of the course, the objective. So, really, what this course is about is to help you be able to read college texts and write as a college student. You all are college students now, right? And you're going to do several exercises throughout the course. Basically, we're going to be covering paragraphs, paragraph structure, how to write short paragraphs that are going to get progressively longer throughout these next 5 weeks. And by the time you're done with this class, you'll be able to you'll be ready for the next class, which is 1301, 0311, and writing essays. Okay, so we're starting off small with paragraphs, right? You're going to do 8 of these in these next 5 weeks, and we're going to cover some grammar things, some basics, like the basics of English writing. So that way, when you get to the next course, your next course is you're able to put your thoughts together on paper and they make sense. They make sense to the person reading it, right? Which is important. This is so important. So there are the objectives, the writing exercise. You're going to have 5 of these, one a week. You're going to have 8 paragraphs you're going to do that are going to get longer, a little bit longer and longer. Okay, there are the assignment values. You're going to have these writing exercises, the paragraphs, and then you're going to have a final portfolio, which I'll cover in a couple of weeks, and I'll let you know what you're going to include in that final portfolio. Okay, there's a breakdown of the grade and my policies. Okay, workload, work. Please submit your work on time, which is going to be every Friday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so the stuff that you do, you have from Monday to Friday to finish it, and I want you all to submit your work by Friday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, I do not accept emailed assignments, so do not email me assignments. If there's an issue with Blackboard, that's the only time I'll accept emailed assignments. But please submit everything through Blackboard, right? And if you have an issue, you're not gonna be able to submit stuff on time before it closes, email me and we'll see what we can work out. But okay, everything on Blackboard. Submit everything on Blackboard. Now, I highly suggest you all visit the Writing Center. The Writing Center you can visit at any of the campuses. If Valle Verde is your main campus, there's one right there, Valle Verde. It's a great writing center. If you can't visit any in person, go to this link here. This will take you to the Writing Center website. You can submit your work to the Writing Center online, and they'll check your work for you. So basically, they're there to help you with any grammar issues, structural issues, um, and it's free. So take advantage of this if you're having issues with your writing. If you're unsure, you can always email me, but also visit a writing center. Okay. So now attendance is we're not meeting in person. I need you all to be checking Blackboard every single day. Okay. Uh, don't just think, oh, this is an online class. I don't have to. I'm only going to log in once a week. No, log in every day. Okay, because you need to see if there's been changes to any of the work, if I've posted any videos, if I've amended any assignments. You need to be aware of that. So make sure you're logging in every day, okay, to Blackboard. My office hours, like I said, you can those are on Tuesdays, but email me to make an appointment if you want to meet with me via online, okay, Zoom, or we can do Microsoft Teams. Class conduct, this is all, you know, your basic information, etiquette, um, be mindful of this stuff, okay? Read this on your own time. And academic integrity, please do not use ChatGPT to write your papers for you. I will find out, and you will fail the class. So write your own work, do your own work, and that's it. That's the most important thing. If you use ChatGPT or if you plagiarize, it's not going to be good, okay? You will fail the class. Now there's a calendar, important dates, okay? If you need to drop the class, the last day to do that is the 25th. There's a calendar which tells you what to read, okay? Right, what to read every week and what's going to be due that week, okay? Um, Make sure you go over this when you can. And there's part two of the syllabus, which is a lot of important information too. All this information is useful and important, so go over that as well. Excuse me. Now back to Blackboard. I've included some helpful links here, like a link to the bookstore right here, um, so you can get your books or if you have any questions about any other course books. If your other courses, if you're taking any other in this summer, you can look up the class and the book that you need there, okay? And you can get it here. Now, the library, this is a good link too. It's helpful because libraries are always good to go and study, to go use the resources. So make sure you're familiar with the library on your campus, whatever campus it is you're going to. The Writing Center, like I mentioned, um, they help with any type of writing. Okay, it's not just English. If you have another class where you have to do writing, um, you can submit your work to them and they'll check it for you. So this is, their location and hours, their phone number, your contact information. Make sure you check this all out and use it. It's free to you all. It's free to you all. So use the Writing Center sources if you can. Distance learning. If you have any issues with Blackboard, you can click here and get help. Student support services, mental health resources, counseling. These are all free services to you guys. Okay, so if you're paying for school, might as well take advantage of these sources. So make sure that you go over this information when you can. Now, week one, there's not a lot of stuff in week one. Okay, we have this why read, which you need to read for your first writing exercise. A quick link to paragraphs. I'll post more about paragraphs next week, but this talks about paragraphing, consistency, length. Just a quick overview, okay? I know this is the first week. You're getting used to, the beginning of the first summer session. If you're taking other classes, it's a lot of work. You're probably, you know, maybe a little bit stressed, and that's okay. So I'm not putting a lot of stuff this week for you guys to go over, just kind of some basic stuff, okay? But next week we're going to start getting a little bit more involved. I'm going to start posting more things, okay? Um, but we have this critical reading link, develop and focus while studying, academic writing video. It's all good stuff, all really good information for y'all to check out. And then you have your writing exercise, your first one of the week, which is simple, okay? Basically, for this writing exercise, I just want you to talk about your first day of college, okay? Whether that's this semester, last semester, 2 years ago, just what did you feel? Let me know. show me in a paragraph. Okay, 150 words. Okay, you will notice that at the end of every writing exercise or paragraph, I'll let you know how long it should be, right? And that's it. So make sure you follow those instructions, right? Those detailed, the details of those instructions. Don't make it 500 words or anything. We're starting off slow. And a paragraph, again, if you're like, well, what's a paragraph? Go back to this paragraph link right here, okay? And make sure you read that. So again, the writing exercise is due on Friday, and you just follow these instructions, talk a little bit about that, and one short paragraph about your first day of college. Then your first paragraph, you're going to do 8 of these. Remember, read, troncosos, why read, which is the first thing up here. You're going to click on that, and there's the PDF. It's very short, guys. This is a page and a half, not even a page and a half. It's basically a page long. Read that and then answer the question here that I pose. In what ways has reading shaped your understanding of your identity and culture? This is important because you all are individuals, right? You all have your own culture. You all are your own person. So what does that mean to you? What has helped you kind of find yourself regarding, in terms of what you've read in the past, right? We've all read. You all have read things, whether it's back in, maybe you don't read anymore, but you did read in high school. You did read in middle school. You did read in elementary school. What did you read? How did that, kind of help you find who you were? Maybe you read a Harry Potter book when you were young, or a magazine, even, right? Something short, a paragraph somewhere. You know, how was that important to you? Was it important? I mean, you could also be honest and say, "Well, I never read anything that was important to me, but I am myself, and I don't need I don't need to read anything for me to be who I am." Just be honest. That's all I want, right? Could you relate to what Troncoso was saying about the importance of reading? Why or why not? Remember, be honest. So say, yeah, he says reading is important, but I didn't think reading was important. It wasn't important to me. So, you could say that, but just make sure you write it down. 100 words, okay? So 100 words. So short. Make sure you count the words. You can go to Google and find a word counter. You can use Grammarly too, since you all have access to Grammarly for free. Um, Use that, and that'll count your words for you, right? Or you can count them by yourselves, like just counting out the words on the screen. It's up to you. But 100 words, okay? And then go over the paragraphs link at the top of this module for helping paragraph structure. Again, if you have any questions about this, y'all, please email me, and we can uh, we can chat. Okay, so it's pretty simple, I think. This is due again on Friday, um, at 11:59 p.m. So right before midnight. Okay, and these are worth 25 points. Again, if you're wondering how much each assignment is worth, go back to the syllabus, and that has a breakdown of the grade. Okay, so pretty simple first week. Okay, not a lot of things. This is all you have to cover for this week and some of the readings from the book. Okay, next week I will open the grammar and syntax module. So before I go, just want to let you know that we're going week by week. I'm not opening up the whole course yet. All I do is open up 1 week at a time, because I don't want you all to get overwhelmed with trying to do every single assignment and try to finish this course in like a week, 2 weeks, and then just disappear for the rest of the 5 weeks. Okay, I want you all. I want us all to be on the same page. I want us all to be um, finishing at the same time, and taking our time with this stuff. Okay, so every week I will open up. On Sundays, I will open up the module for the next week. Okay, so this week only, week 1. If you all have any questions, please email me. Do not hesitate to contact me. Again, my information is on the syllabus here. Um, Email me. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you want to meet with me during my office hours, we can do that. Okay. So I hope you all have a good first week. Get your work in for this week. Okay. And if you have any questions, again, contact me. It's nice to meet you all, and I'm looking forward to working together.